Good day everyone, I am Lesamie si Tajale, and in this podcast I will be going to interview our MAPI teacher in junior high school, no other than Mrs. Marilyn Doy Amang Ma'am. Hi ma'am, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine. How about you?
I'm fine too ma'am. Nice to meet you again ma'am.
Nice to meet you too.
Are you excited for today's interview?
Yes, I am looking forward to this since you have texted me, last week?
Yes.
So I've prepared answers.
So let's start ma'am.
Okay.
Can you describe something about yourself?
Well, I am fun and maybe nice to be with. That's how my friends usually describe me. I am beautiful and sexy. That's how I think about myself. And as a teacher, well, I leave it up to you, Lesamie, how you think about me.
Yes. So despite of facing this crisis, in what way you develop your spiritual values?
Constant prayer, constant communication to our Almighty God. Manaa may pandemic or wala, it is very important to have a constant communication with Him.
Yes. So what is your philosophy in life? Philosophy as a physical education teacher.
Well, honestly, I really don't follow one philosophy in life or in teaching. But I always have this in mind, why hard the easy? So I tend to make things easier for me and easier for my students. Maybe na philosophy but I can't articulate it kung unsa jud siya specifically. Basta I just teach by heart. Anak lang, and trying to accomplish the competencies in that day or in that lesson.
How does this pandemic affects your healthy lifestyle?
It affects me positively. So I can really say it has a positive effects to me because especially during the lockdown wherein we had ample time to do whatever things that would kanang ganahan nila nato nga buhaton. So as a form for me, it's a form of relaxation to do physical activities or to do an exercise. So I had done a lot of it during the lockdown and was able also to prepare my own healthy meal for my family as well. So that's the positive impact for me during
this lockdown.
Yes.
And what kind of healthy lifestyle did you practice?
Eat healthy foods, have enough sleep, and then playing and having a good time with my daughter.
Yes.
Exercise as a form of relaxation, and then read some self-help or self-motivating books as well. And wellness books as well. So that's where my form of relaxation. That's where my healthy lifestyle.
So how did this lifestyle change you and what benefits did you get from it?
Well, it did change me physically. I able to lose weight during the lockdown Oo, during the lockdown. But since pagsugod na sa klase, less na og time para sa exercise, and then I have this habit nga kung busy ko, I tend to look for foods, kaya mga comfort foods bitaw ako ang paunon. So I don't know naman po ko nakatimbang. Hopefully I still able to maintain it. So yeah, that's it.
As a teacher, how you conduct your assessments to your class during this kind of learning style?
Through modular learning, I send them, all the questions are there in their modules, and then during the summative test, I send them a study guide for them to, that would considered as a reference for them to refer their answers, for them to be able to answer the questions easily.
So for a student to be progressive, what approach or techniques you use?
Kung na-apply face-to-face, I usually try to be friend to my students who are low performing. So that's my way of approaching them, talking to them, making them comfortable sa ako ang klase, and to me as well, making them feel that they are very welcome to ask questions. Kaya diba, there are students, especially katong mga low performing, they tend to build sila og barriers between them and to the teacher. So basin og that's like questions they could not ask because maikog sila. So kung face to face ba. Pero as of now, we have this group chat for my MAPI 9 and MAPI 10. I tend to send them motivational quotes and sometimes kanang mga encouraging nga message coming from me lang just to keep them going, hoping that it could also motivate them. Kaya basig ma-discourage sila, especially atong times nga I ask them to perform or to paint something sa art rato, and then lahi na pod nga performance task sa health. So I try to kana ba murag i-light na ko ang ilahang mood through my message, telling them nga just don't pressure yourself. If you could lang i-achieve lang kung unsay kaya ninyo, nga lang, just to keep them going.
Good to hear that, Ma'am. So, we know that students are very stressful today. What concept you use for them to be interested?
Well, honestly, I am editing the learning activity sheets and the modules provided by the agency. So it's like, marakog naghimog ako ang kaugalingon because I know that wala sa gi-underestimate na ko ang atong students dire, but majority sa atong students jud maglisod o catch up, especially kung English bitaw ang instructions. So, naay more ba og naghimo kog ako ang kaugalingon, which is easier for them and easier for me as well, kay ang pag-check o i-consider man na nato kay gabi baya ang time, pinaspasay baya. So, that's kanang ba og ako na siyang help para nila, para dili sila maglisod sa mga subject.
So, what program you include for a student to enjoy physical activities in new normal?
Actually, none. Wala. Because, di ba, kinhalan mo na siya video niya considering sa atong network dire. Wala. Unya, kanang I don't know if my students has kanang smartphone kung mag-record sila or unsa. Sa ilahang module, there are kanang kuan ato instructions as to how to perform their performance task, pero wala kay nako sila. Honestly, wala kay nako na sila give pressure kung ila mag-perform or dili. Supposedly, mag-require ko nga mag-send sila na kong video or pictures. Pero I also have to be considerate kay kahibaw ko, lots of my students don't have Android phone. Lots of them maglisod og kanang kuha og signal. Anya, it entails money kay ang load, di ba? So, yeah, none.
How you encourage your students in doing physical activities in new normal even if you don't see each other?
I used to send them messages through Messenger, so instructing them how to perform their performance task, etc. Some were able to follow while others were not. Of course, I have to be considerate as what I have said kay dili tanan why cellphone. So that's all.
How does this new normal affects you as a teacher?
I had a hard time adjusting at first, especially in the printing of modules. Imagine I have to print 127 times 4 modules in a day, in a week, times 4, i-times pananako sa ana nga day kay in every module naman ay upat ka activity. So printing and then editing and then paghatag na namo checking of outputs. Pero prior na sa pa-end na ang ato ang first quarter, it's like rin mo po siya o kanang part na sa, yes, easy na siya. So sinugdanan lang dyan ang lisod. So adjustment period was kanang hard at first, pero karon okay naman po, nadadana.
Is there a big difference between physical activities before and this new normal?
Yes, before limited ang time. Okay, when we say performance physical activities, especially in our class, we are only given 1 hour, diba, in mapping. So, kung magpa-perform ka og bata, pinaspasay, kay 1 hour raman. Wala pa na introduction, so limited ang time. Karon, I know for sure, if only students will perform and follow the instructions I have given to them in their modules, they could really perform it very well. Kaya they have ample time. Kaya sila may nagkubot sa ilahang time. So, wala siya.
For you, how these differences affects your students?
They tend to be less motivated because walay teacher nga mo push nila, diba? So nobody would push them unless siguro if that student is really into physical activities or really into exercise, katulad ng mga bata nga passionate kaadyo anang butanga, pero those students who are not, for sure, they're less motivated kay may teacher mutanaw nila, walay assessment. Good thing kung ang parents mo support, no, mutanaw sa modules nga, oh, you have to do this and that. Pero if wala. So, yes, less motivated, less performing, and maybe ma-imagine ako kanang Facebooking, kanang Mobile Legends, so na hook kayo sila ana rather than kanang keeping themselves moving and physically active.
There's a barrier.
Yes.
For you, what are the importance of doing physical activities during this time of a pandemic?
Well, it keep us fit and healthy. It able to boost our immune system, and with that, we could able to fight this pandemic. I think that's the only weapon that we have, a healthy body.
What opportunities you offer for your student in doing their physical activities in new normal?
For the second quarter, I am actually planning to make my own videos. I am doing kanang mga basic stunts, basic exercises, and I am planning to send that video through Messenger, hoping kanang maka-view sila. Baka view man sila or dili, basta I will try to send videos kay at least ba ba o kuan sa ang guilt ba nga at least I am doing something for my students ana nga area.
Facing this pandemic, what is your realization in life?
Life is unpredictable. Enjoy what you have while it lasts. We all know that money is essential, but if your body is not healthy, it is useless.
So this realization affects your profession?
Yes. I tend to become more approachable for my students. I realize that whatever relationship you have with your students, it's kanang wala na siya inside the classroom na. So it is also important to build friendship among your students because in that way kana bitaw comfortable ang bata nga moduol nimo kay og naay kauwaw ang ilahang mga doubts sa ilahang self murag ila na nag-keep sa ilahang kaugalingon kay dili nila na ma-raise sa teacher kay naay barrier lagi. So kanang I am since I think sa man siya nga year ha nga I tried to kanang murag gilow na ko ang sa una murag daghan kay feedback na terror especially whenever mag-choreograph ko og sayaw pero karon murag ako na siya gihinay-hinayan nga lahi na pud siguro approach ang mga bata karon. So nang gabitan friendship build friendship among students.
So last, Mom, what words of encouragement you can say to your students for them to be able to adapt the physical activities in new normal?
Don't think about any equipment or gadget as an excuse kana bitaw kag awo ko cellphone awo man ni VCD nga maka-zumba or ko ana nga equipment as an excuse for you not to be able to do some physical activities. So make use of the body that you have to build the body that you want. Yes, pain is temporary but wellness is forever.
Yes.
Okay, it's painful ba yan, di ba? Kung magkuan ka, but ang kuan ana ang isa na ang product ana ang output ana is worth it.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mom.
You're welcome.
So despite of facing this pandemic, we have to be physically active at all times for us to be ready in fighting every battles in life. I hope that you learned something about this podcast, especially students. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye, stay safe, and God bless everyone.